Hi everyone, welcome once again. Welcome to Simple Things Live. For some reason, I wasn't coming on. I was waiting for quite a while and it just so so I had to refresh my page. I'm just giving a few minutes, a few seconds for others to come on. So if you're watching and you have not and just paste the link in someone's inbox or WhatsApp or on your page on Facebook, let's share this live so that others can join in and benefit. We can mutually benefit. Thanks. Okay, thanks for joining once again. And as usual, I just want to say thanks for the support for my Facebook page, Simple Things. I do appreciate it. And my viewers, please share the links to my videos and encourage others to subscribe so that be at the top of your YouTube feed. So what I have to share and from what you can have, may have to share with me. Once again, I want to say thanks to everyone who has been contributing to official Mishka Douglas College Fund. As I said, we're sending Mishka off to college. And I just have an update. What we're trying to raise is for tuition, room and board, and books, 5,000 US dollars roughly. Any amounts we get, that's quite fine. Whether you have $1 or you have $100 or you have $1,000, God bless you. So just an update, 30% of me. So if you don't want to use your card online or that sort of thing, please let me know and I can tell you how to go about it. So God bless you all for your contributions. I'm going to post the link in the description box below when I upload this video. Or if anyone is watching and can just post that link for me. Meanwhile, official Mishka Douglas College Fund. Thanks. So there's a buzz going. If you're not aware of it, I just want you to go into your settings. Bring up your settings on your phone. When you go into settings, scroll down to Google. Scroll down to Google. It will take a few seconds to come up. When Google comes up, okay, COVID-19 exposure notifications. So mine is off. It's automatically loaded onto your phone. I don't know if you recall some weeks ago when a lot of phones were giving trouble. Some people lose some of their data, some people lose some of their apps, that sort of thing, and you kept getting notifications that your phone is updating. In some countries, it's there automatically. But like for here, the virus, then the app will notify me. So you'd have to enable an app. In Jamaica, it's there, and you have the app. Jamaica Ministry of Health has their app as well. And someone sent me this from Canada. Let me see. COVID-19 exposure login. And in Canada now, you'd have to download an app in order to enable this COVID-19 tracker. So if there's anyone out there who knows a bit more than, oh, people are panicking and saying, I don't want to be traced, I don't want to be tracked. People are likening this thing to the mark of the beast and that sort of nonsense. So I just want to say, if you have more information on it than I do, you can post a comment below or something, or if you have a link where where people can get more information. But I just want to educate us so we can. So I was talking to a longtime family friend some time ago, a few days ago, actually. I was talking to another friend earlier, and then that friend a few days ago, and we were just reflecting on the days back in the country, how we grew up in the country. And I thought about it and I said, I want to talk about that one day on my live. So today we're just going to look a bit at poverty. I'm not poor, I'm lazy. Because growing up in the country, a lot of you recall, my family, we're a family of 9 siblings, right? And there was a time when we had one in university, two in teachers college, three in high school, and myself in primary school. Now you think about it, one at UE, one at Michael, one at Shortwood, and three in high school, and myself in primary school. One went away early, went abroad. Oh, you think about that today and think how hard it must have been. And what we call poverty, we didn't think of ourselves as poor. There's another family in my community I was sharing with a friend. I looked at them and I said, one in college and one, two, three, four in high school at the same time. And by now, in back in the days that I was referring to, education was free. By now, you had to pay tuition, and poor. We grew up in a rural community, bush, right? But we consider ourselves as having so much wealth because growing up we didn't have running water. We didn't have electricity. We didn't have electricity until December in high school, the first year of high school in first form. I remember it was the night before elections that under the rural electrification program, broke with all these facilities and utilities. Yet we lived a clean and decent life. We were always well fed. My father had acres of land, and I can remember Sunday mornings I used to dread Sunday mornings. We had to wake up when rainy season, farming season, early up in the spring, and we had to wake up. We had our morning worship. My mother would wake us up before the crack of dawn. Sorry for morning worship. We had our morning worship. We ate our hefty breakfast, and we're off to the fields. With sometimes the mud is so wearing, the mud would pull the slippers off our feet, and that's what sent us to school. And sugarcane. I used to hate sugarcane season when it's reaping time, when it's crop time, and we had to help the guys who was working with my dad, and we had to help to load the canes onto the donkey. And when the donkey take it out the road, where the truck would come to pick it up to take it to Money Musk or wherever, then we had to go unload it from the donkey and pack it in a pile. Anybody remember the sugar cane and the mango? So I used to pray. I used to be so happy when a bee sting me. When a bee sting me, I used to be so happy because then I would cry and my mother would take me back down and put me to lie down in the bed and put like garlic and onions on it to pull out the toxins, and I wouldn't have to go back to the cane piece, the cane field, whatever you call it in your area, for that day. And that's how we grew up. Yeah, my parents were able to send us to high school. We all had the same opportunity. It's not like some went to prep school, whatever. We all went to the same like a primary school with 6 teachers and 250 students. One big hall. They're doing math and we applied ourselves, right? So that is no excuse. Some people know you grew up in the city, in the inner city. You have running water, you have electricity, you're not even paying for it most times, and I'm not lying, right? You have schools just around the corner where you can walk to school. You can come home for lunch, whatever is there for lunch. You can come home for lunch. You have libraries to go do your homework. You have churches that you can attend to with someone like a mentor you can look to help with your homework and that sort of thing. Maybe a high school student would help a primary school student, a college student help a high school student, whatever. You had all of that. And yet we say we're poor and crime is a result of poverty and all that nonsense. You're not poor, you're lazy. And even at a time like this, I keep saying there's so much we can do. A friend sent me, even since I put out this video, a friend sent, people are calling, people are texting. A friend sent me a link yesterday to her podcast. I'm not saying it's as a result of watching my video. If that is so, well, praise God. Another friend sent me an invitation last night to her Facebook Live Bible study. People are doing things. And it came to me because we're looking at things now. A lot of schools, like here where I am, the school buses would have been rolling from 3 weeks ago. It was just this morning, it's the 5th of October. That's what I think. A lot of places are pushing it back. And some people are saying with this sort of, with what we're going through right now, how will I, if I still have my job? I lost my job. My company was one of the first casualty of of the pandemic of COVID-19. From March, they sent us home from the 11th of March. No, right now they're trying to sell the company, right? So if you're still fortunate enough to have your job and you have to go back to work and you're wondering, what about my kids if I have small kids? Or if my school is doing blended learning where some are they have the option of coming in or staying home and doing it online, and you're wondering, how will my kids have a job right now who lost their job due to coronavirus pandemic? If I have a few friends, I can say, okay, maybe I have one child home and I have to stay home with my child. I can link one or two friends from maybe my community church or wherever and say, hey, do you want me to babysit and tutor your child? You can drop them off at home. If you live in big cities, I can meet you at the train station on your way to work, or you can drop them off at my house. And I can have 3 or 4 kids, an aide. I could have 3 or 4 kids at home, and I could help them with their tutoring. For I won't charge you more than $20 a day or something like that, whatever the rate is in Jamaica. And you can do something. Hey, there are so many ideas. Watch my video, and I'm giving you an additional idea right now that you can. We have to learn how to carve out a niche because the world is changing. I keep saying it. Things are not going to be the same as they were before. So we have to have a foot in. The new normal is going to be totally different. Determine whether we have been a blessing to someone. Drop your comments below. Check out the links in my description box. Connect with me on Facebook. The link will be there. The link to official Mishka Douglas College Fund as well if you want to contribute. Also the link to my video, Sink or Swim, How to Stay Afloat During the Pandemic. And the link to my Facebook page, Simple Things Facebook page. Thanks for watching. Share with someone. God bless you all. I leave you with Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.